Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Dave DiIanni Show, presented by Option 1 Credit Union. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Laker head soccer coach Dave DiIanni, and a beautiful sunny day here in Allendale. You got to be enjoying that early October.
It's excellent. It's quite the treat.
You had a 3-1 week, or a 3-0 week, excuse me, last week, pushing your unbeaten streak up to 27 straight games. But you had an interesting match last Wednesday against Ferris. You were down 1-0 just 6 minutes into the match. That's the first goal you've given up on your home field since November of 2009, which is a tremendous feat in itself. But then Kayla Addison came back about 40 seconds later to tie it at 1-1. You ended up scoring a couple more goals in the first half to make it a 3-1 score at halftime, which also ended up being the final score. Talk a little bit about the match with the Bulldogs.
Well, obviously we didn't come out to play. We weren't ready mentally from the beginning and take nothing against Ferris. Ferris is having a good year and having an even better season in the conference. But we weren't ready to play, and that showed with how quickly we came back and scored 40 seconds later, and then I think 2 more goals within the next 20 minutes. So we weren't ready to play. We expressed that to our kids, and we're disappointed with, again, another slow start, and it's happening too often this year, and especially with the number of upperclassmen that are starting on our team. And so the next 2 games of the weekend, it didn't occur, but, it did on Wednesday, and that was unfortunate. But I was happy with how we came back after giving up the goal. It was a goal that we should have defended better off a set piece in the corner, and we didn't. And we tried not to. That's one of our goals as well. We don't want to give up goals in the set pieces, but we did. And so I was happy with our kids, and even though we didn't score in the second half, we played a really good second half, a little bit more engaged, and got better through the weekend. But we need to start faster.
And against Northwood on Friday, it seems like you kind of did that, especially Ashley Botts. You win 7-1 against Timberwolves here on Friday night. Ashley had 3 first-half goals, so she had a hat trick in the first half, ended up with 4 goals and an assist, and you outshot the Timberwolves 33-4. That must have been a good win. I mean, kind of, like you said, got on the board early and then kept it up throughout the rest of the match.
Yeah, we started a little faster. I'd like to see our record when Ashley Botts scores or scores more than 1 goal, because certainly we need her to get going, and she's been on quite a tear lately. And as she does well, so do we. And players like Ashley Botts, Kayla Addison, Erin Ruse, Alyssa Myra, those are players that have to be good for us, and because they are so instrumental to our team, and both on and off the field. So I was really happy with how we played against Northwood. Started out, I don't think it was even a 7-1 game. Then Northwood played quite well, but when we scored on almost every opportunity we had,
right.
And we're hitting the net about 50-60% of the time on our shots taken, and that's a good percentage as well. So I was happy with how we played, and we wanted to get going on to Columbus on Sunday with a win on Friday.
Well, and as you said, we talked last week, Ohio Dominican may not be one of the stronger teams in the conference, but it was going to be a tough match for you guys. It was a long trip there, especially after 2 matches earlier in the week. But you go down to Columbus, you get a 1-0 win on Charlie Sosha's header from Erin Maruz in the 52nd minute. Talk a little about Charlie's goal, the only goal of the match. There was only 14 shots. You had 12 of them, but at least a good road victory for you. Yeah,
I mean, Ohio Dominican is better than the record. I think everybody who's played them will tell you that. They're just struggling to score right now, and the same thing happened on Sunday with us. We're in the middle of 8 games in 18 days, so we knew that was going to be – that was good. We didn't play well. We played hard. We didn't play well, and those are 2 different things.
Sure.
And that's what I told our kids is finally we weren't playing well, but we played hard together and worked for one another, and we got that goal. We grinded it out, and you're going to have that in the course of a season. We got a good set piece goal. Charlie Sosha again on the end of a nice serve by Erin Maruz. Erin Maruz had 3 assists on Friday and had the assist on Sunday, so right. She's getting herself going. And Charlie's a danger on set pieces, and she just finds the ball. And actually hit the post about 10 minutes later on a similar set piece. So we didn't play well, but we played hard, played together, and got that win and kind of got out of there. But Columbus, Ohio Dominican is a good team, and we have a lot of respect for how they've been.
Now, Sunday's game was one of the first in recent memory that Botts hasn't scored. Ashley was named the GLIAC Player of the Week again for the 3rd straight week. Oh, wow. She got it earlier this morning. Okay. So her 3rd straight week, she leads the conference in goals with 12. She has 27 points. Just talk about how impressive she's been lately. I mean, she's kind of putting herself up there in the Katie Taffler kind of realm of winning back-to-back-to-back Player of the Weeks.
Well, and I don't know how you don't give it to her. She, I don't know what she's got, 7 goals this past week or whatever, but and that's just a small token of how she's done. It's for us. We need her to work extremely hard. She's a very fit player. She's a great kid. She's, I said to somebody yesterday, she's highly competitive, and that competitiveness, I think, is what helps her be successful. And we need her to be that way. It seems like she's been here for years, but she's only a junior, so she's still learning on what it takes to be successful at an Ashley Botts level. And we're following right behind her success, and we need her to do that. And she's been on a little bit of a tear, and she works hard to get those opportunities, and she's a goal scorer. On Friday she scored 3 goals, and I think all 3 were with 1 touch under the bar, and those and they're all inside the box. And so those are qualities Katie Taffel used to have, even in terms of goal scoring. Mm-hmm. So we'll follow her along. We'll be successful as she's successful, and I'm happy for her.
Looking forward to this weekend. In a weird quirk of the schedule, you play Northwood again this Friday. You played them it'll be 7 days ago. Mm-hmm. You go to their place for a 2 o'clock match on Friday. And then on Sunday, you go over to Saginaw for a noontime start with the Cardinals. If everyone remembers appropriately, it was 1-0 earlier in the year, double overtime game here on your field where Kayla Addison scored the golden goal late in the second overtime. It's a tough weekend ahead for you.
Well, Saginaw's a very good team, and they defend very well. They're ranked right behind us in goals against in the conference, and we didn't play real well against them offensively. But and we don't do well at their field. We have not won a game there since 2008. So we've tied a few games. We've tied all our games since 2008. Okay. So that's going to be a challenge for our kids and for this program to win a game in the first time in 3 years there. And against Northwood, when you see somebody twice in a week, they can prepare for you and they can change some things. And you hope our kids aren't complacent the fact that we beat them 7-1 earlier, because it wasn't a 7-1 game, but. And we haven't fared very well there in terms of early on and how we perform, and haven't done well. So we have little challenges we have for our kids, and we'll see what our team psyche is, because we're going to be on the road for another couple games after that. So, the best teams can win on the road, and we'll see where we're at.
Well, we wish you the best of luck this weekend, and hopefully bring home a couple more victories.
Thanks, DJ.
Thanks, Dave. I'm DJ Foster. Thank you for watching the Dave DiIanni Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.